What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Once again, this is probably going to be the last comparison I'm going to be doing today, and this is going to be actually between the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus and the iPhone XS Max. Now, I say it as if I had the Note 10 Plus. It was just announced today, so this is my bird's eye view comparison. This is a quick little one. I'm not going to spend like 15 minutes doing it, only just a couple minutes talking kind of briefly about the advantages, disadvantages of both these phones. And the Note 10 Plus was just released or announced like an hour ago, but best believe when it comes out, I will be picking up the Note 10 Plus as well as the Samsung Galaxy Note 10, and I'm actually kind of a little mad about the Note 10, the smaller one. I feel like Samsung could have done way better on it, but with the Note 10 Plus, it's kind of a little bit different of a story. So looking on the front, this is probably the biggest difference with the Note 10 Plus, really. We now have the hole punch display on it, and you have a 6.8-inch 1440p display. It is a dynamic AMOLED, which is really cool. Where the iPhone XS Max has a 6.5-inch OLED display. Now, I'm guessing in the hand, they're probably going to feel almost the same size. But the interesting thing is that I just noticed this, the pixels per inch, or the PPI density, the screen density, is actually less than what the Note 9 was, which is another thing I'm probably going to rant about in a separate video. But it really makes no sense to me. I don't know why that they downgraded like every single part of the screen on both the phones. Like, Samsung is supposed to be making really, really good panels, and I'm sure the Note 10 panel is going to look really good, or the Note 10 Pluses, but the Note 10's a smaller one, only has a 1080p display, which I don't understand why they did that, but whatever. So in terms of that, that's pretty much the biggest difference, I would say, in terms of the front. On the back, you have a triple camera setup on the Note 10 Plus and a dual camera setup on the XS Max. And in my opinion, this is only my opinion, I feel like Samsung cameras are probably better. And I've owned every single Samsung Galaxy Note, even the Edge, and I've owned every single iPhone. And I can tell you, like, from my experience, definitely Samsung cameras speak out to me more. But I've always felt like iPhones do have the advantage when it comes to audio quality and recording the actual audio of your phone. But the huge thing and upgrade that apparently Samsung did, I haven't tested it yet. Obviously, I'm going to test it when I get it. They improved the audio quality, which is really cool, and I'm actually really happy about it, and I cannot wait to test that. That is one thing. Like, sometimes if I'm recording a video from my phone or I'm doing something on my phone, I want to be able to have all those capabilities. And literally, like, sometimes when I record something off my iPhone, it sounds really good, and when I record something off my Samsung, it sounds really good. But sometimes, man, like, if I'm in a weird situation, there's a little bit of audio quality, there's a little air or something, like, it literally sounds like I'm recording it off like a webcam video from like a 2008 MacBook for real. So, and that's no offense to 2008 MacBooks, but that's really it on the outside. No headphone jack on either of these phones. USB Type-C, Note 10, XS Max has Lightning ports, so really that's the biggest difference, I would say. In terms of software, one's running Android, one's running iOS, but I'll definitely tell you, even though the Note 10 Plus is a newer device, the iPhone XS Max is probably still going to outlast it in terms of software, which is kind of funny and kind of sad at the same time. So the XS Max will probably still win in terms of software. But in terms of the specifications on both these phones, the iPhone XS Max has the Apple A12 Bionic chip, a hexa-core CPU, and 4 gigs of RAM, where the Galaxy Note 10 Plus has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 chipset, an octa-core CPU, and 12 gigs of RAM. And technically speaking, I'll probably tell you the Note 10 Plus is going to be the faster phone. I've even found that the S10 Plus and even the Note 9, I think, were faster than the XS Max, which is pretty crazy because those are even older than the Note 10 Plus. But the Note 10 Plus probably, in my opinion, will have the advantage in terms of this performance and power and all that stuff. But I still do think the XS Max is still a fast device. I just feel like Apple just needs to improve speed on their software. It's kind of been stagnant for the last couple of years, and I feel like they can do more in terms of the power in both these phones. But once I get the Note 10 Plus, I'll be able to do speed comparisons and everything between them. So I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. In terms of the cameras on the back, the iPhone XS Max has two 12 megapixel sensors. The Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus also has two 12 megapixel sensors, but an additional 16 megapixel sensor. And like I said earlier, I feel like both cameras are obviously very good, but I just feel like Samsung cameras are so good and so much better in terms of the quality of them. So I'll definitely give the edge to the Note 10 Plus right now, but obviously wait until my camera comparisons and all that stuff comes out. They both can shoot 4K videos at up to 60 frames per second. On the front, we have a 7 megapixel sensor on the iPhone XS Max, where we have a 10 megapixel sensor on the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. And like I stated before, man, like the S10 Plus had a dual camera setup on the front, so I don't know why they didn't add it on the Note 10, but I guess it's whatever. In terms of the battery life, I guess this is kind of a good thing. Like, the battery life will, in my opinion, will probably be better on the Note 10 Plus, mostly to do with the size. The XS Max had a 3,174 mAh battery. The Note 10 Plus has a 4,300 mAh battery, and even though there's no reverse wireless charging or anything, you still have wireless charging on both these phones, which is good. Okay, I'm glad they kept it. But you just have so much of a bigger battery, and even the Note 10, in my opinion, had really good battery life. The S10 Plus had really good battery life too, the S10 even, and that has a smaller battery than the Note 10, so I do feel like the Note 10 Plus is probably the superior one on there. And the Note 10 Plus obviously has the S Pen, a super cool feature. The XS Max does not have it, but This is probably what I tell you, like both these phones are going to be very, very good. The Note 10 Plus is the newer one. It's probably going to have more features, but I'm not too excited about the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 and Note 10 Plus, to be honest, man. I feel like they should have just maybe just dropped one phone and put everything they got into it. I feel like there's two separate phones right now that are like kind of cool. I feel like they could have done better, but I'm just gonna wait and kind of sit on my hands before I like make that bold statement. And it's not like I have no experience, and you guys know, like I've reviewed like so many old phones. I review old technology all the time, and I like seeing that progression. I feel like Samsung has done a really, really good job these last couple years, but I guess we're gonna have to wait and see what happens with the Note 10 Plus. But that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit that like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also, check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. All those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate if you guys could check it out. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.